CSE477 is a year-long course that explores ways in which information technology can be put to positive uses in low-income regions. Teamed up in small groups, students developed project ideas and took them to a complete realization, ready for testing in the field. During the fall quarter, they learned about a variety of problem domains and gained an understanding of the social and cultural implications of using technology.
Because it seems like there's a twofold solution here. One of them is actually adding technology to the social networks. That way situations can happen more fluidly and more spontaneously. And then also, it seems like possibly broadening the social network could improve this.
Students explored topics that most motivated them and that could help make a difference in people's lives. By the end of the quarter, they had refined the scope of their projects.
In developing regions, we have this issue of there's no metro, there's no governing body to sort of coordinate all the public transportation. There might be bus stops, there might not. And our solution really is to equip buses or equip these vehicles with tracking devices so that if a user wants to find out when a bus is going to be at a certain location or potentially in a certain location, they can pick up their cell phone and they can query the bus.
Each intersection that you have for your route, you calculate the distance between that intersection and where you are, and you pick the closest one.
Winter quarter is the design phase of the project. Students created an implementation plan that met the constraints of their scenarios. Their solutions are presented to a panel of experts who have direct field experience and whose feedback allows students to refine their projects further with an eye toward eventual deployment.
That there are a lot of very talented people producing art in different regions who don't have access to consumers. So we want to find a way to directly bring goods to clients across the world who have more buying power and who are willing to give a fair price.
So is it for pieces of art that are produced fairly quickly, one or two a day, or is it for a piece of art that might take many months to produce?
How do you make sure it's sustainable this year and 5 years from now?
Heritage University in Toppenish, Washington, and the University of Washington in Seattle partnered to help low-income artists better market their work. In an effort to empower them, Heritage created and implemented a business plan while the UW students produced an e-commerce website to support the model.
Our emphasis was really on making this simple and also on making it flexible enough that we could have multiple languages, as many pictures as people want, and all of that.
Students had the opportunity to showcase their project plans to other students and faculty.
We just want to have everything in a cell phone, and then that can help the health workers guide them through the day and also through the visit.
The exos are primarily targeted at elementary students. They're just now starting to show up at schools all over the world where they've been donated and purchased by governments. And one of the big problems that they're finding is that teachers need good ways to integrate these into their existing curriculum.
And what we hope to do is create a database of lesson plans.
Students spent the bulk of spring quarter constructing working prototypes of their projects, and by quarter's end had completed demonstrations to show off to our community.
The fact that the problem that we were trying to solve came before the technology made this problem different.
Both of the regions, Saltillo and Toppenish, are really excited to take this and run with it. And they've used the site and they've uploaded information about artists and artwork, and so they're using it.
We designed a system where women can record their voices, and these recordings get passed among devices. They can play them back at any point and share their knowledge among each other.
This user interface has a record button, a play and stop button, and like a fast forward and rewind, making it look like a radio, because radio is really common in Kenya.
This right here is an EXO laptop, and on it right now is running Classroom Presenter, and this is the application that we developed as part of our project. We did do a demo in West Seattle in a third grade classroom, and the kids were following along and answering the questions and stuff.
We wanted a way for people to feel safe when they're taking the bus and not have to wait as long. And so we came up with this GPS unit that we want to stick in buses, and it also has SMS, so it'll send out text message every about 30 seconds updating the location of the bus. The users can query our system to see where their bus is, and it'll give them like an estimation of when the bus will arrive.
A lot of places where there isn't internet, there's actually cell phone access and text message access, and so we hope to make it easy to build applications that use that existing infrastructure to connect people and to transmit information.
This is an example of using the MySMS client for a medical field. Prior to this, you would have to type out a lot of characters and different things that would make it difficult for a person to do. But using our thing, you will be able to just type the message and send it out, and our program will do the formatting for you.
So ComCare is a way to help improve healthcare in low-income regions. I specifically worked on this day planning. Day planner is basically to make a schedule for the user based on the follow-ups that were previously made, but it gives flexibility because it allows the user to pick which village he or she wishes to visit. I grew up in a third world country, and I always wanted to do engineering but also find a way of giving back to the community. So I feel like being in this project is the first step in that direction.